You may have been with someone who is very, very controlling, and the person commands you to do what he or she wants to be done and how he or she wants it to be done. It is easy for us to try to control others, but it is a great challenge to control ourselves. And some people think it feels great to control others and powerful, but the real strength lies in our ability to control ourselves. Sometimes when we are very controlling, it is a sign that we lack self-control. The first reading today tells us that it is consistent. It is in accord with sound teaching, sound doctrine, to be self-controlled. It says older people should be self-controlled, and older women should teach the younger ones to be self-controlled. Now, you don't give what you don't have. If you are not self-controlled, how can you teach younger ones to be self-controlled? If you tell your children, don't talk too much, learn to be silent, and then they watch you talk without restraint, gossip without self-control, they are going to learn to gossip by watching you. So today ask yourself, am I self-controlled? What is it that controls me? Do my emotions control me, or do I control my emotions? Do my feelings control me, or do I control my feelings? Does my mind control me, or do I control my mind? There was a story of one young man who kicked his wife, and the wife passed out. Before they rushed her to the hospital, she had died. And the man was crying, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to kill my wife. It was out of anger. The anger controlled him instead of him controlling his anger. There's so many people that suffer from certain addictions. It's because they allowed their desires to control them. And then they become slaves to their desires, pulling them wherever the desires want them to go. They've lost control of it. What is it that controls us? You know, self-control is like a brake in your car. When you are going to the wrong direction, you apply your brake. Or when you see some danger along the way, you apply your brake. Now what if you don't have a brake in your car? Then it will be a car crash. In the same way, in our spiritual life, if you do not have self-control, it becomes a spiritual crash. It is simple to examine ourselves to know where we are, how we are growing in the virtue of self-control. You can do a simple test to yourself. When you turn on your television and it is time to pray, if you can turn off your television and sit quietly to pray, then you know that you're learning the way of self-control. Or you have your smartphone knowing when to stop and do things that you need to do. And then you know that you are growing in self-control. But when you are talking, if the conscience tells you it's time to stop, and you stop to let others talk, then you know that you're learning self-control. But some of us don't have controls in our words. Once we open our mouths, anything can come out, and then we regret. I didn't know when I said this. It's because we lack this virtue. So my dear brothers and sisters, in a world that seems to lose its moral compass, in a world that seems to have gone out of control, ask the Holy Spirit to give you the virtue of self-control.